Welcome friends, myself Ganesh from Perfect Learn Automation. So in this session we are learning regarding overriding in Java. So that basically belongs to a second part of a polymorphism. So this overriding is also known as a dynamic binding or runtime polymorphism. So before starting overriding, so here I am giving an introduction about why we need a overriding a method inside Java. So here I have two classes with me. So first class having name Amazon and another class having name Facebook. So I have two classes with me. First class is a Facebook and second class here is a Amazon class. Okay. So inside a Facebook I need to launch browser and then launch URL. Similar operation I need inside Amazon. That is launch a browser and then launch Amazon website. Here I am just writing that launch browser and second operation is URL launch or open URL. Okay. Similar operation I need to perform inside Amazon website or Amazon class. Control V, browser launch and URL open. So inside Facebook class I am writing method for that one. Public void browser launch. So here I am not using real code, just for understanding purpose here I am taking that name here. Okay, Facebook browser launch URL launch, then anyone can easily understand that. Okay, so inside that I am using browser launched successfully. And second code for URL open, I am creating another method here, public void URL. Method body facebook.com opens successfully. Is two step available or two methods available inside a Facebook that I need as per my requirement. Okay, now how to call that one? Just we need a main method. Okay, so inside main method I can call that one. Okay, Facebook f is equal to new Facebook f dot first step is a browser launch, then second step is a URL launch or URL open. Okay, then I am click on a run button. We get output. It is a browser launched successfully and a URL that is a facebook.com open successfully. Then I need to go with the Amazon class here. Okay, so inside Amazon class, what is the first step? The first step is belongs to the first method, that is a launch browser. So I realized that launch browser method is also available inside a Facebook class. Okay, browser launch successfully also available inside that class. So I just inherit that property. We know that how to use inheritance, extends keyword and that class name here. Okay, right now we extended that class here. It means that Amazon is now a child class and Facebook is now a parent class. Whatever the method, logic or things available inside a Facebook class, we just inherit inside Amazon class. Okay, so first method we are taking from here Facebook class. So second, okay, what is second method? We need URL open. So we just realize that this URL here, that method it belongs to Facebook. Okay, Facebook website, and I need Amazon website URL here. How to do that one? So method name, I need similar method name here, that is URL method name. But instead of that method body, I need different method body. That is called as a implementation. Here implementation is different, and as per my program requirement, I need a different implementation. This belongs to facebook.com and I need different one. Just here I am overriding that method. How to override that method? Public void URL here SYSO, enter double quote, Amazon.com opens successfully. Okay, so that one is called as a overriding of a method. Overriding method. Okay, and this one is called as a overridden method. Overridden method. Okay, simply observe that. So method name is similar, URL, here is again URL, but as per my code requirement, as per my program requirement, I changed the implementation. Okay, so how to call that one? Main method. Inside main method we need a object creation for Amazon class. Amazon A is equal to new Amazon. So A dot first step is a browser launch. So browser launch method available from a parent class Facebook. That is the benefit of inheritance. A dot, what is the method name? That is the URL method. URL from Amazon. We don't get suggestion from the parent class, that is Facebook class. Why? Because I overridden that method here. Java first search that method name, that we call the method having name URL, and Java first searching that method if available in child class. Okay, if available, Java just call that method. If it is not available here, then Java go to the parent class. Okay, then click on a run button. So we get output as per expected. Browser launched successfully. Amazon.com opened successfully. So this one is called as a overriding a method. You simply observe that. Okay, this is a method having name URL, and again I override that method have with same name, that is URL. Keep in mind. Okay, this one is nothing but a runtime polymorphism or dynamic binding or overriding a method. Okay, so suppose instead of that, if I use a different parameter here, right now here is a 0 argument and here is a 0 argument. If I change the argument of any one method, suppose here I am taking argument as a int a. So right now it is not a overriding, it is a overloading. Keep in mind that it is a overloading. In overloading we need a different parameter. Here is a 0 argument, here is a 1 argument. Okay, for overriding we have take the similar method name with parameter. Keep in mind. Okay, then what about the public, that is access modifier or return type? So whatever the point, that all covered inside that PDF or this Word document. Okay, with this video I am also providing a link to download that PDF, so you can easily understand the all things here. So what is the need of a overriding, or when we are using overriding? So what is the explanation or program? You observe that conclusion I am given here. If parent class contains a method and in child class I need a method with same name method but different logic code, that method body, then I go with the overriding. Okay, simply observe that. Facebook is a parent class, contain method having name URL, child having the same method but their body is different as per my program requirement. Such kind of things is called as a overriding. Okay, then whatever the highlighted point I am given here. So first point, the same method name. For overriding, the method name is always same. Observe the example here or program. Method name is a URL. Again here use the same method name. Keep in mind, if I give here another method name, so that one is not called as a overriding. Keep in mind. Okay. Then again, it always takes place in different classes. Overloading always takes place in a single or one class, whereas overriding always takes place in different classes, but that two different classes always inherited. Keep in mind, means one is a parent class and another is a child class. Then and then we go with the overriding. If there is no parent and child relationship between that two classes, then that doesn't come under overriding. Keep in mind, overriding always takes place between parent and child class. That is the main or key point of that one. Just observe our example. Amazon extends Facebook. Amazon is a child class and Facebook is a parent class. If I not used here that one, okay, it means that it's not a overridden method or overriding method. Keep in mind, it's a different method. Okay, so always there must be a relation between that one, that is a parent and child. Then we can call it as a overriding. Okay, if anyone asks you how to override a method, the answer is only by using inheritance concept we can override a method. Without inheritance or without parent and child class, we cannot go with a overriding. Okay. So variable name that doesn't affect on overriding. Just see example. Right now here is 0 argument. Suppose here I am passing one argument int a. Okay. And here I am passing another argument. Just I am providing that comments here. Again here I am passing another arguments. Suppose here byte a I am passing here. So we know that it is not a overriding. Okay. Because overriding all must be similar. Here is a int available, here is a byte available. It's now a overloading a method as a different data type. Okay, so we know that we need similar. So here I am taking int. Okay, so this is a and here is a. Instead of a, if I use another one, that doesn't affect. It belongs to overriding. Keep in mind. Okay, so that variable name, whatever the name given by us, that doesn't affect. Keep in mind, data is a variable name here, and here is a variable. That doesn't affect. But we have to be follow the number of parameter must be same, or the sequence of that data types must be same, or there may be data type must be same. Such kind of thing we to follow here. Okay. Then what about the next one, that is the access modifier. So for that purpose here I am giving a chart here. Simply observe that. Access modifier. Suppose parent class has a default access modifier. In that case, child class has default or protected or public access modifier. If not available, then we get error. Similarly, if parent class has a protected access modifier, then child class method must always protected or public access modifier. Again, for public, here is for public. Let's check practically. Okay. Suppose parent class has a protected access modifier. Okay. The child class required protected or public. We cannot go with the default. Let's check it. So right now it is a overridden method here. Here instead of public, I am using here protected. Okay, here control yes. Just observe, there is a public. Public is permissible. Just observe here. Here is protected. We can go with the protected or public, but we cannot go with the default. Keep in mind. So let's say I'm changing that access modifier as a default here. Right now it is a default access modifier. We get error. Read that error. cannot reduce the visibility of inherited method from Facebook. It means that the Facebook method, URL method having protected as a access modifier, but in case here Amazon, here the access modifier is default. That is not permitted. Okay. Take here again we get suggestion change method visibility to protected. Okay. Suggested us make that method as a protected because here is protected, parent class has protected, then child class is protected or public. Okay, we cannot go with the default. Okay, suppose parent class has a public access modifier. Okay, then child class must be a public access modifier. We cannot go with a protected or public. Sorry, protected or default. Let's check it. Here I am using parent class. Here I am using public as access modifier, and in child class I am using protected access modifier. So here we get error, that is similar error. Okay, change method visible to public. Okay, means that is not permitted. Here is public, then child class also public. Here is protected, here must be protected. If here is a default, then here is a default permitted. Okay, also there is other option available. Okay, that is given here inside that chart. Protected, we can go with the protected or public. Okay, if default, we can go with the default, protected, public. So what about private? Suppose inside a parent class, if there is a private method available, so we know that inheritance rule, private method is not inherited. The same rule is applied here. Okay, so here we need to be change that to the public. Just practice that one in your laptop, you get confidence on that chart also. Okay, so next one, what is about a return type? So same return type for overridden method, overriding method. Same return type for overriding method. Just check it. Here is a void as a return type. Here is a void as a return type. Suppose instead of void, I am taking another return type here, string. So we know that we need a return statement inside a block. Return Pune. Simply giving an example here. Okay, here control yes, we get error. Okay, read that error. Change return type of URL to string. Okay, that's suggestion given by Java to us. It means that this void is not suitable with a overriding method. Okay, so if here I am using same, that is a string. Here I am giving a return statement. Mumbai. Observe here, control S. Okay, so we don't get any error right now here. It means that the same return type is permitted here. Here is string, here is string, here is a int. Parent has a int as a return type. Here must be int as a return type. Here is a void available. So this child class also void return type available. We cannot take a different return type. But in some Java version, after 1.6 or 1.5, some Java version permit a covariant return type also. Just I am given here. Some Java version permit similar or covariant return type also. Okay, you can check that one also. Then there is a key point here. Same arguments of parameter. How to override a method? Inside a parenthesis of that method, there must be a same argument of parameter between child class method and parent class method. Here observe that. So this URL method right now 0 argument available, and this URL method from a child, here again 0 parameter available. It means that fit our requirement. What is the requirement given here? Same argument or parameter having 3 ways with us. Okay, that is the same number of argument, same sequence of argument or same data type from that one. Right now we are matching here with a same number of arguments. Just observe here. So parent class method having a 0 argument here, and the child class method again here is 0 argument. Suppose parent class method has a 1 argument, string B. Then child class method again is required the same argument, string N. Okay. So we need here return statement if we go with another return type, but that must be similar. Here is I am going with a string, so this parent class also having the string return type. Keep in mind, the variable doesn't affect, but if here is a string available, we have to take here a string. Keep in mind, we cannot go with a integer. Okay, keep in mind that is given here. Same data type, we cannot go with a different data type. Keep in mind. Then we have a next point with us. What about a constructor? Explain constructor overriding. Or what about a constructor? Can we override a constructor? So we know that constructor is never inherited. If there is no inheritance between a constructor, it means that there is no overriding. Keep in mind, constructor never inherited, hence overriding is not possible for constructor. It is very simple, but there is number of points available. We have to strictly follow that all the points here. Okay, thank you.